welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing another psychoeducational video on some of the feeding and eating disorders. So on my channel, I really love to share different mental health disorders to close some of those barriers for people that might not be able to access this information. But I always put out a disclaimer because I'm talking about sensitive information. If talking about eating disorders really causes a lot of triggers for you, please swipe away. I do not want this content to trigger you at all. So just please swipe away before I get into the video. On today's video, I'm going to be talking about binge eating disorder. And really, one of the ways that I studied binge eating disorder in graduate school is it has a lot of the same central tenets of bulimia nervosa, but there isn't that added inappropriate behavior to compensate for the binges. So again, in binge eating disorder, there are episodes happening at least once a week for a minimum of 3 months. And during these episodes, this individual is it's consuming a large amount of food in a very short window of time. And they often feel a loss of control over how much food they're consuming. So, right, that's kind of the same thing that we were saying with bulimia nervosa, but the only difference is that inappropriate behavior to compensate to get rid of the binge is not seen in binge eating disorder. Really, it's just recurrent binges that are happening every week for at least, again, that minimum of 3 months. But what is really, a characteristic that we see with binge eating disorder is after the binges, there is a feeling of shame, disgust, guilt for how much was consumed in that short period of time. So it's a really debilitating disorder, and that feeling of shame is it's so debilitating, it's so harmful, it's so hurtful for the person that is experiencing this. So there's also that self-monitoring that happens with a lot of the feeding and eating disorders, of like monitoring yourself and not really being happy about what you're seeing, right? So if you've heard anything in this video that really sounds like something you may be experiencing or something someone else might be experiencing, please tell them to get help and seek help from a licensed healthcare practitioner.